Have you ever wondered which art style should I learn? Well, in today's video I will show you 5 different art styles and will also show you the pros and cons of each one of them. Let's start with the first one, pixel art. But what even is that? Pixel art is a type of digital art made by arranging tiny square blocks called pixels to create pictures. It's like making a picture one small square at a time. This style became popular with early video games because computers back then didn't have a lot of space for details. Even though computers are much better now, pixel art is still used in games and art today because it has a cool retro look. The fun part of pixel art is using just a few colors and blocks to create something that looks great. Now that we know what pixel art is, let's look at the pros and cons of it. Alongside, I will try this art style by myself. Pros. Creative constraints. Working with limited pixel and colors encourages creativity and problem solving. Easier to start small. You can begin with simple designs like small characters or objects and build your skills over time. Low file sizes. Pixel art images are usually small in file size, which is great for game and online use. Unique style. Its blocky, minimalist look stands out and creates a unique aesthetic. Cons. Limited detail. Because it's made up of tiny squares, it can be hard to show complex details or textures. Steep learning curve for animation. While simple designs are easier, creating smooth animations in pixel art can be very challenging. Not always versatile. Pixel art doesn't fit every type of project. In conclusion, it was so complex to even start with this art style. Alright, after 15 minutes of setting up, I'm finally done and I hope I can finally start with pixel art. Because you had to create a new brush and a canvas with specific settings. Like I literally thought I just have to create a 64 by 64 canvas and just, can put the pixels down. But no, and for that I just used a tutorial and I'm be honest guys, just looked at tutorial because I literally already forgot how to do all that. Now let's get to the next art style, comic. Comic art is a style used in comics and graphic novels to tell stories with pictures and words. It has bold lines, bright colors and things like speech bubbles to show what the character is saying. The characters often have fun and exaggerated looks to show emotions. Backgrounds can be simple or detailed, depending on the scene. This style makes stories exciting and easy to understand. Now again, let's look at the pros and cons. Pros. Great for storytelling. It combines pictures and words to make stories easy to follow and fun to read. Dynamic and exciting. Uses bold lines, bright colors and effects like motion lines to make scenes feel alive. Creative freedom. Artists can exaggerate characters and emotions, adding their unique style to the story. Appeals to all ages. Works for kids, teens and adults, depending on the story and the art style. Engages readers quickly. The mix of visuals and text grabs attention faster than plain words. Cons. Limited detail. The style tends to focus on clean lines and bold shapes, making it hard to include fine details or realistic textures. Repetitive patterns. Many comics use similar designs and layouts, which can make them feel repetitive and less unique. So now let's get again to the conclusion. First of all, it was incredibly hard for me to even come up with a story, but overall it was definitely cool and something new. And if you're enjoying this video, I would highly appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comments which is your favorite art style. Let's check out the next style on the list, Chibi art. Chibi art is a cute and playful art style where characters are drawn with small bodies and big heads. This exaggerated style makes the character look adorable and childlike. Chibi art is often used in anime, manga or cartoons to make characters look fun and less serious. Heads are usually about 1/3 or half the size of the body. Features like eyes and expressions are oversized and exaggerated. Details are simplified to keep the style light and cute. It's a fun style that's easy to recognize and loved for its charm and humor. Now I would say I will draw my first chibi and let's see the pros and cons. Pros. Super cute and fun. Chibi art is adorable and instantly appealing, making it great for creating lovable characters. Easy to learn. The simple shapes and exaggerated features make it easier to start drawing, especially for beginners. Expressive. With large eyes and big facial expressions, Chibi characters can convey strong emotions and personality easily. Cons. Limited realism. The style is so exaggerated that it's not suitable for more serious or realistic artwork. Overused in some genres. Because it's so popular in anime and cartoons, chibi art can sometimes feel repetitive and predictable if not done creatively. Trying chibi art was fun. Still, it's a cool style for certain projects. Last but not least, we got vector art. Vector art is a type of digital art that uses shapes like lines, curves and polygons to create images, instead of using tiny blocks like in pixel art. This makes it easy to resize the image, whether it's big or small. It always looks clear and sharp. It's great for things like logos or icons because it can be resized without getting blurry. But again, what are the pros and cons of it? Pros: scalable without losing quality. Vector art can be resized to any size, small or huge, without losing sharpness or clarity. Clean and crisp. The lines and shapes in vector art are smooth and precise, creating a sharp professional look. Flexible for different projects. It's perfect for logos, illustrations, icons and web design. Cons: not ideal for realistic art. Vector art is more suitable for stylized designs. It's not the best choice for highly detailed realistic artwork. Limited texture and depth. Unlike raster art, vector art doesn't naturally convey textures or depth, so you may need additional techniques to create a more complex look. It's useful for certain projects, but I'm not sure if it's the best fit for everything, especially for me. Finally, we are at my own art style. Semi-realism. Semi-realism is an art style that tries to show things realistically, but adds some stylized elements. It's not fully realistic like in traditional realism, but it's more detailed than cartoon or abstract styles. Artists might simplify or exaggerate certain parts, like colors or proportions, but the overall look still feels lifelike. It's often used in portraits, character design and digital art. Pros: balanced look. Combines realistic details with creative freedom, making it visually appealing without being too stiff or overly stylized. Versatile. Works well for a variety of subjects, from portraits to landscapes, and can be used in different mediums, like digital art or illustrations. Expressive. Allows for artistic interpretation while still maintaining a connection to real-life features, giving the artist room to add personal style, detail and realism. Provides enough realism to capture likeness and emotion, but with room to enhance the image with creative touches. Cons: can be time consuming. The need to balance both realism and artistic freedom can make it more detailed and time intensive compared to other styles. Requires skill. Achieving the right balance between realism and stylization can be challenging, especially for beginners. Semi-realism looks in my opinion awesome, especially artworks from like Guways or Vlog. But of course there is also a big downside of it. It takes a lot of practice to be at that level. For context, this is my art after like 2 years of drawing. I am happy with it, but the full potential is not nearly reached. So in conclusion, it has an expensive price because you have to sacrifice a lot of time, but in my opinion it's definitely worth it. And if you want to know how to color semi-realism, check out my last video. I hope I could help you find some art styles, and I would say peace out.